called the split start. The split start, so two of our groups together. The older group get away first. It's 12 riders. We did have 8 in this group. We started with 8, down to 6 at the moment. So there we go with Hannah and Indy. They're our 2 best. The high-vis vests, of course, our follow-on marshals. Well, taking an opportunity to watch out, of course, because of the dual class that we've been talking about. An opportunity for one group to get away than the other. Although they're in the same race, of course, they're competing within their own class, so it doesn't matter that the other group was behind the other one. They're still able to do lap times. They're still able to make a comparison. Everybody's fair because we've taken off within the same group. So 394, there she goes, Karadiana in that older group. An unbelievable excellence of our junior woman hot shot. She is a class above the rest as we watch her racing at the moment. And then looking to that second group with young Hannah, what a star she's proved to be, and watching her win an overall 65cc race at the New Zealand Minis a couple of years ago was a personal highlight, and the crowd at Mackerel with the North Harbour Mini Club was absolutely ecstatic and on their feet and applauding her and giving her lots of credit, and credit where it's due as well. So just super exceptional to see a lady of her talents, and now up into junior competition as well. So bring it on with Hannah, man from Whangarei to Invercargill. Not quite sure whether there'll be a trip in April next year. We certainly hope so. And maybe a bit of a fundraiser from the Force of the North crew to get a lot of people down there, because certainly hope you've been a true contributing part to our sport over the years, and a long way to go to Northland to Southland, but we'd love to see it. So there it is, the show that is Hannah Pearce, and we know that everybody up north is oh so proud of her and her great racing as well. A reminder, of course, that we've got our 2 non-qualifiers out of our 12 to 13 years class. These guys are forming part of our race as well, so there's actually a subset of 3. And there's the 801 for Indy Allison. How good is that lady? On the bigger, slightly heavier CRF 150 as well, so she's got full flight coming over the jump there. And the Manawatu lady certainly showing her class in New Zealand. She's been one of the tops in women's riding in the lower part of the North Island, but when it comes to a national event here, she can see how she rates it with the best, and along with Hannah and herself, certainly a true double, or quinella I suppose we should call it, is racing excellence from her point of view. So great to see. And you've even got the likes of the young ladies doing it with their 65cc bikes. So 85, 65s in this group, and then the 125s and 250s still to come. So go girl power all the way. Loving what they're doing in our sport at the moment. Hey, after all, if we wind the clock back a few years, we had the great Julie Mena, the lady that started women's motocross in New Zealand, and she was a world veteran champion. We had Catherine Prum, who was the world women's champion, and we had Courtney Duncan while she was still a junior as the fastest junior woman in the world after her excellence of Taupo way back in 2009 as well. So we had the 3 best age groups of women motocrossers in the world by none. We wanted a motocross of nations. For women, we would have been the #1 country in the world. We've got a fantastic heritage of women's motocross, and oh so lucky to have it as well. So here we are, taking an opportunity to get it behind our sport. We love the women's motocross, and now of course it used to be just part of the women's and vets, which would only give them some natural terrain motocross, or only give them as well an opportunity to ride on easier tracks. Now that we truly have got women's motocross of this calibre, we can get these ladies on our best tracks, racing the best competition and living up to it. And I'm sure if our time all over again, we'd see more of the Courtney Duncans and the likes. And speaking about the ladies, Kings and Queens coming up in Rotorua on December the 10th, I think is it, 8 December the 10th, Kings and Queens motocross. So check that one out. That's the biggest individual women's motocross event now in the country. So more details coming out shortly. Kings and Queens at Rotorua on Saturday the 10th of December. So another quality event on our program, but this one, although there's guys can race as well, and that's the Kings part of it. I don't know whether it should be called Queens or Kings and Queens. We've changed the monarchy since we had the last event, so maybe the name might change as well. Unsure. Putting a bit of a pun on that one, but you get the idea. Kings and Queens will be a whole lot of fun. Turbo Sound hope to be there to amplify the occasion as well. There we go with Indy up and over the top as we look at those results. So we've actually got two of them, with Karadiana Ruby and Michaela as 1, 2 and 3 in that older group, courtesy of Rockworks, and the Tūlhaya Taranaki younger group as well out there with Hannah and Indy and Ella as the top three ladies. So go girl power for what we're seeing at the moment. So what have we got now? The 250s. Girls 250, yeah. Which is junior 250, yeah. Well, of course, we now go on the start line, waiting for the next motor will be our junior girls, the older class of our 12 to 16, 125 and 250, and then we're straight back into our racing. Of course, we've finished the revolving cycle and we're straight back into race after race after race, following our program through. So hope everybody's found that revolving cycle has worked well this morning. It certainly, to me, has been a winning formula. It's been proved with other good events, and it seems to be the better compromise of the other combinations, which we've seen by having all practice and in all racing. Well, the other one had been previously to see people practicing and then going straight back on the line to race. And this principle of the revolving practice race has proved to be a better combo, and certainly coming into its own as far as the quality of an event concerned. So well done, following on from the tower on the lead on that one. All right, Karadiana, Ruby and Michaela taking the best out there, and with of course our couple of Michaelas, but if we wind the clock back to our junior champions, we had with us in Gore. In fact, Gore would be our, was that our last event? Was that 2020 Gore? Yeah, that's our last women's championships. That's been, oh, sorry if I got that wrong, but anyway, we had our three women standout at the time. This time we had Michaela was one of those, so Michaela Griffiths, and of course Casey Gooch, of course. How can we forget Casey, the most supported woman down there by a great team from the Taranaki. And also into that group, I think we had Holly. I think might have been the other one, Holly from Hawke's Bay. May have been the other trend-setting front runner, I think, of that class. I just had forgotten off the tip of my tongue who it was that was in third place. So getting the girls back on target here with this championship was a great thing for our sport, and an extra 2 races on our program. Very exciting. There we go with Karadiana. There she is, of course, leads the lineup with that older group to be away first. Keen to look out for those 8 to 11 year ladies and get an idea of them. Hannah's made her way all the way up into 7th place, and starting from that second group, and then looking to Indy, and Indy now is behind her as well. So that's pretty cool to see, and I think Indy's the one that's potentially has done the most improvement through there. So congratulations to Indy, and I'm just wanting to take our Roxwork program. Hannah on the Paris Bricklayers Bell Alpine Star Whangarei Yamaha, and to Indy on the City Honda Palmerston North Chem ZZ, Allison Construction, Nutrition Systems, Robbo's MX Coaching. Gee, that Robbo's MX Coaching gets a lot of credit. He must be pretty good. Checkered flag, Karadiana, thoroughly deserved. How good is this lady? Wicked to watch, and all class with a capital C. We love it, we enjoy it, have done for a long time. She shows us her best. Had a little bit of bad luck in Australia, but out to show what she's going to do. She's got the world at her feet as far as I'm concerned, and some great racing to come in her life. So brilliant to watch. Courtesy of Bike Talk Tamarunui here, Forest Service and Training Still Shop, Hamilton East, along with Nutrition Systems, White's Power Sport, Fly Racing, Godspeed Media, Showy, C4 Energy, Moto Muck, Gas New Zealand, and my family, Karadiana Horn. You are outstanding. So well done, Karadiana. And there you go. I'd just like to advise 14 to 16 years 250F that there has been a placing change, so we encourage all the riders to have a look. Affected one rider, so that will obviously then see maybe potentially those around it. So just to let you know, there has been a results change pending investigation earlier today. So thanks to all those involved. Thank you to the parents and riders and the understanding with the officials. You're fantastic people, and thank you for your civil approach to the matter. I think it's great. A lot of wisdom out there and a lot of learnings and understandings. It is superb. And please, just that reminder for everybody again, watch those yellow flags. They're there for a reason, and we want everybody to play their part. Thank you. Right, checkered flags waving out here. It's the white flag that counts. It's the one we want. It is all about the Rockworks and Tulha Taranaki super finish out there. So what have we got? Around 18 odd ladies. We've got Karadiana, Ruby Leach and Michaela Matthews out there. Well done to Michaela. And then going to that 8 to 11 year split, Hannah Paris, all the way up. Now remembering they started in that second wave, it was literally minutes behind the rest of the field, and they've made up so much ground that Hannah has passed many of the other ladies in the class, got herself into a 5th position overall. How good is that? And then Indy in 2nd place in that class, in 8th overall, and right behind her was Ella. So well done out there. Ella Mackey out of Hamilton on the KTM Alpine Star 100% Red Star Signs Motor X, along with Pirelli. A shout out to Grizz. Now, a lot of people won't know Grizz, but he's an all-round good guy, and we'll find out more about Grizz, of course, the coming up and coming Vets and Women's Nationals, along with the in-style buildings. Now, talking about Vets and Women's, it's